Kokoda's Tracks by Michael Cowie, Blacktown 2148, narrated by David Tredinnick. My parents split in 1940, and my mother, Madge, partnered with Ted, a soldier on leave after service with the AIF 7th Division in the Middle East. When Ted's unit was posted to Brisbane, Madge enclosed a lock of her hair in a silk pouch that Ted attached to his military identity discs known as dog tags, because they were fixed to a leather thong and worn around the neck. Their time together was precious, so a few weeks later we followed to Brisbane. We were the only civilians in our carriage, and the train was crowded with troops in transit to defend the Brisbane line. The military plan at that time was to cede the north of Australia to the invading Japanese and then defend a line from Brisbane across Australia. We arrived on the 2nd of July, and Madge rented a room in Wharf Street, Fortitude Valley. Ted came whenever he could wrangle leave. When the Brisbane line strategy was scrapped, Ted's unit was posted to fight the Japanese in New Guinea, and we returned to Lithgow. Madge wrote every day, and Ted replied with pencilled notes on YMCA or Australian Comforts Fund paper. Then a present. Dearest, how do you like the surprise? Hope it fits. Made a guess as to the size. The ring is made from part of a Tojo Zero fighting plane. The colours are made from parts of an American Aero Cobra. Blue and white diamond colour patch for Ted's unit. Then a photo with a torn yellow note. Taken at Oivi, 8 hours march from Kokoda, 2 hours after the Battle of Oivi. Eating breakfast of tea, no milk or sugar, and army biscuits. Photo by Para, official photographer of AIF. Seen outside Jap's mountain gun emplacement, where he fired at point-blank range as we came down hills. Mail delivery was erratic as the pitched battles played out on the Kokoda track, and strictly censored military field service postcards issued with pre-printed options. On one dated November the 9th, Ted selected options: I am quite well. Letter follows at first opportunity. I have received your letter dated 25th October. And then on November the 16th, I am quite well. Letter follows at first opportunity. I have received no letter from you lately. Then, on November the 27th, his party was caught in the open and strafed by Japanese planes. One AIF comrade and several natives were killed. Ted was wounded but survived and wrote from Greenslopes Hospital in Brisbane, "Nice place to get an explosive bullet, wasn't it? In the face. Hit at Soputa, 8 miles from Gorna, 30 hours without medical attention. Was lucky to get hit where I did, as was carried 8 miles by native carriers, and next morning put on a plane to Moresby. After a few days was flown here by stages. Gosh, I look a wreck. Lost teeth somewhere, and of course I have malaria. Only weigh 9 stone 8 pounds. Transferred to Brisbane. I've lost everything. Souvenirs I humped over the mountains. Paybook. All I have is a pair of hospital pyjamas. And his dog tags, and the blood-stained silk pouch with Madge's lock of hair. Months of medical care and operations followed at Concord Repatriation Hospital and periods of home convalescence. To eat and drink, Ted covered the hole in his cheek with a handkerchief. Eventually, skin grafts and time healed Ted's cheek, but left him badly scarred for life. Ted was discharged medically unfit on June the 2nd, 1943, and Ted and Madge enjoyed 24 years together until Ted died in 1966. So much has changed in the past 80 years. Even some wartime enemies have morphed into friends, and once staunch allies into foes. When I mention these concerns to my grandchildren, they reply, "Get over it, Pop. The world has moved on." Of course, they are right, and I convince myself that in the long run it's all for the best in this brave new world. But sometimes, in the sleepless midnight hours, my thoughts time warp to 1943. I'm sitting at the dinner table watching Ted press his handkerchief to his weeping cheek. Seems I'm not over it at all. The end.